Okay, welcome back again to the conversation we're having today about if you are entering retirement or already in retirement and are house rich or and cash poor. Like I promised, here are the three case studies that I said I would read and highlight for you to consider. Hopefully, they bring you value, whether it's for you personally, for your parents, or just for someone you know. Maybe it'll help you get out of a sticky situation where you're finding yourself a little cash poor and really need help so you can maintain living in your home but still have cash flow to live. So, case study number one. Let's look at three simple case studies to see how reverse mortgage and sorry if you didn't see the first video and you just happen to be clicking on this one but not the first one. Again, I'm reading three case studies from the book Missed Fortune: Dispel the Money Myth Conceptions. Isn't it time you became wealthy by Douglas Andrew. And I'm reading three case studies about people who were house rich but cash poor and wanted to be able to live comfortably in retirement and or leave assets or wealth for their heirs. So case study number one. Let's look at three simple case studies to see how reverse mortgage might help you or someone you know. If a couple ages 70 and 68 owned a home valued at $200,000, the eligible proceeds might be $75,000 as a lump sum. One of their options could be to put the $75,000 into immediate annuity. The annuity could generate an annual income of $4,000. In addition, they could purchase a long-term care insurance if necessary. Another option would be to put the $75,000 to work in a real estate investment trust. Their cash flow could then possibly reach 7.5% or about $5,625 annually. They could purchase life insurance or a long-term care insurance with some of the proceeds. A third option might be to leave the $75,000 as an open line of credit. A fourth option would be to pay off a first mortgage and then use the savings to improve quality of life. So essentially what this person did is they took the fact that they own their home but wanted cash flow instead, so they could use any of these options to pull cash essentially from their home while still living in it. Okay. Case study number two. Let's look at a second case study. If a homeowner was age 76 and single, they could qualify for a reverse mortgage. Let's assume the value of the home is $300,000. This person might be able to fund some savings plans for 3 grandchildren. He could put the entire proceeds strategically into a life insurance contract to achieve a tax-advantaged rate of return and leave behind a greater amount should he die. He could also fund a long-term care insurance. He could give it to his church or charity for an endowment, or they could invest it in a real estate investment trust for cash flow and appreciation. Case study number three. In case study number three, let's assume the homeowners are ages 82 and 80. Let's also assume their home is valued at $1.4 million. In this case, the eligible proceeds might be as much as $400,000 under the lump sum option. They could place the $400,000 in a survivorship life insurance contract with a single payment. The death benefit could be almost $9 million with a policy designed to likely maintain life insurance coverage until they both attained age 95. Let's assume they have both died by the 15th year. If the home appreciated at an average of 4% a year, the home would be worth approximately $2.5 million at the time of their deaths. Let's assume the interest on the loan averaged 8%. Therefore, the loan amount will have accrued at $1.3 million. The death benefit at that point is $1.9 million, which would redeem the loan balance and leave the heirs with the option of having a free and clear home and a remaining $621,000 of tax-free life insurance proceeds. All those numbers are rounded. They could also choose to keep the tax-free proceeds from the insurance and let the lender have the home in the event it was not worth more than the loan balance. Okay, so the reverse mortgages do have their disadvantages though. So I've basically in our first video today, as well as the second video with the case studies, we've talked about all the advantages of pulling cash flow from a home that you already own if you're house rich but cash poor. However, there are a couple of disadvantages to be aware of. The first is you may be spending down your equity gradually if equity is important to you. And second, they may be slowly disinheriting their heirs. However, remember that in many cases, though it's important to you to give your home to your kids or whoever you want to donate to, it's often more important to your kids to see you live a happy life while you're alive. As much as they appreciate inheritance, the home isn't always the easiest to sell and take profits from. So you have to ask. So we have to really understand and have a conversation about, whether it's with your advisor, myself, your kids, is it more important to be house rich and cash poor to pass on that house to your heirs, or is it more important to live a lifestyle that in retirement you could enjoy, still pass something along to them, but overall be happy, right? And sometimes there's a middle ground where you can get both. So overall, I hope this conversation was helpful for you. Please let me know what you thought by responding, reaching out, and clicking like or sharing with a friend. At the end of the day, it's really important for us to understand there's a difference between being financially free and being debt free, right? Because it still costs money to live through taxes, expenses, insurance, medical costs, and lifestyle. And there are ways to flip the script if you do find yourself as being house rich and cash poor. So please let me know what you thought. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and happy holidays. Thanks. Bye.